Greetings, friends. I'm Hammett Evans, the chairperson of your Board of Global Ministries. Over the next several minutes, you'll hear from me, from Tricia Manns, our Central District Church and Community Worker, and from David McCormick of the General Boards of Global Ministries and Higher Education and Ministry. We'd like to walk you through the work of Global Ministries over the last year and look ahead to how your church can get involved. Our Board of Global Ministries connects the local churches of Arkansas to the global mission of the United Methodist Church. We organize our work around our mission priorities: missionaries, evangelism and church revitalization, global health, and humanitarian relief and recovery. Through Global Ministries, we feed hungry neighbors, we host missionaries, learn and serve at Mission U, and walk with people who are experiencing poverty. Following Jesus, loving people, sharing grace, in the company of United Methodists everywhere. We support Tricia Manns as our Central District Church and Community Worker. We also support several missionaries serving overseas, including one that we're going to get to meet this summer. And now here's Tricia Manns to share about her work in the Central District.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tricia Manns, and I am the Church and Community Worker here in the Arkansas Annual Conference. I serve as the Central District Youth and Young Adult Coordinator. I work with 6 partner churches that are historically Black, and they serve historically Black communities and neighborhoods. I am in my 4th year in this role here. My contract was renewed to continue to work here for another 3 years. So I'm really excited to continue to do the work and build communities with the churches that I am assigned to. I want to tell you about 2 things that I experienced this year that were really incredible and shows the impact of the work that I get to do here. The first thing is I worked with Hoover United Methodist Church on reaching out and staying connected to their college kids. We all know when kids go to college, they kind of lose contact with their home church. It's not that we don't want them to build community and make friends on their college campuses, but we also really miss them and want to continue to be connected to them. And so we decided that we were going to do those things. We had care packages sent to them. We sent them Amazon gift cards. We sent them grocery gift cards. And we had a couple Zoom calls where we asked them, how are they doing? How can we pray for them? And how can we support their journey spiritually also? I think one of the coolest things that happened on one of the Zoom calls was we had a representative from First Security Bank talk to them about financial security and financial literacy. And they asked a lot of great questions. They asked questions about savings accounts and checkings accounts, and they asked about credit and how they get good credit and how can they fix their bad credit, right? And I think that shows our young adults are really thinking about their future and how we as a church community can support them in getting those answers that they're searching for. The second thing that I was really excited to work on this year was also with Hoover United Methodist Church with their Project Hope. Project Hope is a outreach ministry with Stevens Elementary School. They provide meals for the students over the weekend. So on Saturday and Sunday, they get a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. These are meals that they typically wouldn't have because they were out of school. Or we support families that are housing insecure, or maybe they don't have access to nutritious foods. And we decided as a community to support those families in that. It's such a impactful ministry, not only for the families, but also for us to see the difference that we can make. Even though it's only with 20 families, it makes a difference. And I love that we get to do this kind of work in our communities as a church. And that's why I'm a church and community worker here in Arkansas. Thank you so much for giving me opportunities to work with college kids and to work with young families and support them on their spiritual journeys, but also to grow our impact as a church. I'm excited to continue to do this work. And thank you. Thank you for your support and donations toward my advance, for your prayers, and for any way that I interact with you that continues to give life into me and into our communities. And if I don't see you on another screen, I'll see you somewhere around Arkansas.
Alongside Tricia, our conference advocates for the poor have had a strong year. We now have 3 advocates, each with a specific focus area: Hispanic, rural, and urban. Reverend Lupita Chavarria Garcia, our Hispanic Ministries advocate, runs Casa Lupita, a food pantry in Little Rock serving 140 to 160 families a week. These are Latino neighbors, veterans, and seniors. Reverend Brad Moore, our rural advocate, is developing a rural poverty ministry resource for churches across the conference. You'll be hearing more about that soon. Reverend Paul Atkins, our urban advocate, works with Canvas Community in Little Rock. Their model is hand up housing. The relationship comes first. A quick word about the 5-star BGM Church Award, which we launched in 2023. The criteria include 100% of the Tithe Initiative, participating in Course Sunday, and engagement in 5 mission areas. We'll recognize this year's awardees at annual conference. If you'd like to learn how your church might become a 5-star church, email me at the address below. Our global health work has been led by Dr. Laurie Barber, our Abundant Health Coordinator. Last September, Laurie partnered with the Board of Church and Society on a webinar called Vaccines and the Call to Care with Dr. Marty Sharkey from the CDC and Dr. Rebecca Nelson, a retired virologist from Pinnacle View United Methodist Church. The recording is on the conference YouTube channel. It's an excellent resource for overcoming misinformation about vaccines. David McCormick will now tell us about the SNAP response and the wider global health work of the General Board of Global Ministries.
Greetings, friends. My name is David McCormick, and I am the Mission Engagement Liaison for the Boards of Global Ministries and Higher Education and Ministry. I bring you greetings from our General Secretary, Roland Fernandez, our staff, and the more than 150 United Methodist missionaries serving around the world. Because this moment matters, your general boards of global ministries and higher education and ministry can no longer work in the same way. This moment challenges us to work as integrated teams, meeting the hopes and needs of our partners more holistically, without duplication or gaps. Because this moment matters to people across the world, your agencies have focused on 5 areas of impact: education, global health, global migration, peace and justice, and agricultural and food sustainability. Across all 5 areas, we've invested $25 million with the goal of more through the end of 2026. Arkansas Conference, thank you for your commitment to your immigrant neighbors and friends living with food insecurity. When SNAP benefits were temporarily shut down, you answered the call to feed the hungry. 6 churches from all over the state stepped up and received an emergency grant for their community. A Central District church, Pulaski Heights, responded to the needs of their neighbors with migration-focused mustard seed grants. This moment matters because you were loving boldly.
Roy and Shelley Lee, our volunteers in mission and disaster response coordinators, will tell you more in their own video. We did have great participation at InGathering last year, and we're excited that this year we will see a return to a blend of hunger relief and disaster response. The Conference Board of Global Ministries is a proud sponsor of Mission U. This year, it will take place at Hendrix College from July 29th through August 1st. The theme is Experiencing Emmanuel, and the Mission Project will support Methodist Family Health with our school supplies that we provide for the children we serve. Scholarships are available. See the Conference UWF website. David McCormick will now share with us more about the wider connection we have through the General Board of Global Ministries.
We do not do this work on your behalf. We do this together as a connectional church. How you lead your congregations to develop compassion and generosity for neighbors near and far matters. You matter. Did you know that the Order of Deacons was created 30 years ago? We celebrate you in your ministry. Thank you for connecting the church and world through word, service, compassion, and justice. This year marks 50 years since the creation of the United Methodist Volunteers in Mission movement. To celebrate this, UMVM has set a goal to train 100 young people to serve our neighbors joyfully, near and far away. Because this moment matters, equipping our leaders matters. Your agencies are committed to developing transformational leaders by partnering with you to support our United Methodist historical Black colleges and universities, like Philander Smith University in Little Rock. At the April board meeting, a one-time payment of $4 million was approved to support our 11 HBCUs in such a critical time as this. In October, Global Ministries is hosting a jurisdictional gathering for mission leaders. Your conference secretary of Global Ministries, Reverend Lindsay Russell, will represent the Arkansas Conference in this capacity and building and listening opportunity. Reverend Hammett is graciously serving on the planning team for this event. Arkansas Conference's leadership and example is invaluable. I deeply appreciate how you lead courageously.
A few things on the horizon. We're exploring new partnership opportunities in Latin America that we hope to bring before you in the coming months. We're also very excited to welcome a GBGM missionary to Arkansas in just a few weeks, and David is going to share more with us about him.
We have a special opportunity to host a global missionary this July. Gilvern DeCall, who serves in Tanzania, will be here visiting churches in the Central and Northwest District. If your congregation is available to show some of that wonderful Arkansas hospitality, find Reverend Russell or myself during a break. Thank you for remaining faithful in challenging times and not giving in to despair and hopelessness. What you do matters. As your agencies, we commit to working together with you to amplify and magnify the heart of God in our world. We look forward to our continued partnership with you as together we seek to love boldly, serve joyfully, and lead courageously. Amen.
Thank you, David. Hosting Gilvern is one of the most direct ways your church can connect to the global mission of the United Methodist Church this year. If your church can offer a Sunday, a Wednesday evening, a UW Faith Circle, or another gathering during the week of July 21st through the 26th, please contact Reverend Lindsay Russell, our Conference Secretary on Global Ministries. A wide circle of people makes this work possible, so I want to thank the members of the Board of Global Ministries. We also appreciate Bishop Merrill, whose support has been steady from her first day with us. Thanks also to David and Tricia and the staff of the General Board, and thank you. Every congregation has a place in this work. We're blessed to serve as we follow Jesus, love people, and share grace together.